Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Illegal Elbow Radio. I want to thank you big time for joining us. Got a great show for you tonight. Brian, Dan, and Justin, your hosts, will be with you shortly. In the meantime, I want you to check out illegalelbowradio.com, illegalelbow.com. Check out Dan and MMA Aftermath on Facebook. My man J. Brew, a.k.a. Statistician, Rolodex, Pimp, anything else you want to say. We're pumped up, excited, glad you could join us. We're going to get it together right now. What is happening, people? We are back, man. Illegal Elbow Radio in the house. MMA Aftermath in the house. What's up, guys?
What's up, people? What's going on?
Lots of great stuff to talk about here. Let me get myself situated, man. A little under the gun here. I apologize.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So,
Yo.
issues in the studio going on here, but we'll get through it, man. We'll get through it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Speaking of this, man, I want to let everybody know, hey, man, my man J. Brew in the house. It's no longer J. Brew, though. Well, we can stick with the whole J. Brew thing, but he's been a stat guru, stat master, good with fighter knowledge, when fights have happened, stuff like that, because it's so much information to remember, man, for us old dogs.
If we ever get stumped, we turn to, man.
Yeah.
SMJ.
Always on the call.
You know the guy out there. Actually, rest his soul. But this is a little takeoff on him anyway. But the new nickname for Justin, J. Brew, and we came up with a cool name. We figured this fits just perfect. Stat Master J. So that is the official new name.
And numbers are the aspect of his game.
Gonna make him proud. Gonna make him proud.
So to kick things off, man, just running over some highlights, man. Some things have been going on in the MMA world. Kick it off. Hey, Todd Duffy injured without disclosing the injury, which I thought, wow, that's something new. How many Todd Duffy injuries have we had that were undisclosed? 2 before he got kicked out of UFC. But anyway, he's back in UFC for a little while now. He didn't even have a fight set up that I knew of. And he's already injured now, and it's undisclosed.
Tripped over a toothpick and broke his leg.
Yeah, either that or, I don't know, man.
Get off that juice, you're never the same, it seems, man. Half these athletes.
Yep.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's hard to even say what the hell's going on with these damn guys. That's a big question, man. It seems like that's a big question going on with him. You know, even back when he was in UFC before. Is this guy on something or what, man? This guy's gigantic, and he's like 23, 24 years old. So,
but like you said, he was overseas, Fighters over there got away with a lot of shit.
Right. So anyway, man, that's headlines with Duffy. There's a whole article on it. If you want to head over to illegalelbowradio.com, illegalelbow.com, it's posted there. Courtesy is given to the sites they originally from. So, but yeah, I just wanted to post it so you guys get word of it. So, but moving along, Dana talked about retirement, which I thought was interesting. Just going to say this right off the top: it's not coming for some years.
No.
Which. Boo, boo.
Still got a lot of ego to fulfill before that happens.
Boo. It's funny because when he was talking, he did say that he's like, I'm a bit egotistical about it, man. There's a lot of stuff that we're doing right now that is great and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, there's a lot of stuff more that we're going to keep doing, blah, blah, blah. But he's like, I can't, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do before it's time for me to go, before I'm okay with leaving. And he's like, I got to be in tune with the Fertitta brothers too. I can't just say, "Hey guys, fuck it, I'm gone. I'm out of here." Everything's got to be right for me to take off. So, and if it's not, I'm not going. So, I thought that was. What's that, buddy?
Be 1,000 more F-bombs. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. plenty more to come. But, Nick Newell.
And a lot of the look at me, I'm rich videos, too. You know, driving around on snowmobiles and motorcycles. And you like the ego shit you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, well, there's plenty more of that. It's more where that came from. Nick Newell, if you guys don't know right off bat who that guy is, I'm sure you'll remember once I tell you, but it's the guy that has, what you want to call it, man, his right arm, his left arm, he's got basically a half arm. Ben, I think he's undefeated still to this day, right, Justin?
Yep, he's still undefeated.
Still undefeated. Just signed a multi-fight deal with World Series of Fighting, which I think is badass.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta give props up to that, man. You know.
I think it puts him. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I mean, I think it puts him kind of on another level because I think the promotion he was with, he was just fighting a lot of nobodies. You know,
Yeah.
of course, down the road we can see maybe 10 years from now, who knows? We might look at his resume. Hey, he fought, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmitz. That guy's amazing. Yeah, who knows? But I mean, you know what I mean?
I'm just wondering if how they have some of the racers are allowed to race with the prosthetic legs. If you could get some kind of combat arm in there or something like that, start whipping that fucker around or something. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I guess you came in with what you got. Maybe he's going to stick.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. He hasn't lost, so.
It's pretty badass, man. He's certainly got amazing drive, man. It's admirable, the kind of drive the guy's got. It's pretty shocking, really.
XFC champion, too.
What's that?
He was a XFC lightweight champion.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I forgot all about it, though, man. That's what you're here. That's what you're for, dude. Stat Master.
Well, you gotta, yeah, and you know what? You gotta think the people that are going against this guy. It's how do you game plan against this guy? It's got to be a little awkward, apparently.
Yeah. Punch his arm a lot or something. I don't know.
What are they going to do? Get him in a nub hold or something?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be ridiculous, but I am, but it's.
But no, I agree, man. How do you? Well, what's the strategy, man? It's, I guess, like anything else. I mean, like any other fighter, you know what I mean? Same deal, but.
I give him major respect, major props.
Yeah.
It's to have the will to say, fuck everything, and there's probably been 1,000 people that told him he couldn't do it,
Yeah.
And a person like that, it probably makes him, gives him even more of a drive, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, big time, man. I want to tell people, too, man, I apologize if the levels are all jacked up. We've done a couple test runs, so I'm hoping they're on par. They are great. If they're not, I apologize, but we are still getting equipment here figured out, so.
I'm testing out my new Fisher-Price microphone, so you're going to have to work with me, people.
Yeah, me too. Mine's Mattel, so yeah, we'll have that. We have those issues going on. So, but in other news, GSP. This is the. I'll kind of get into why this is said, but I don't know, man. It seems like without saying politically, it seems like the politically correct thing to say right about this point, but. GSP wants Johnny Hendricks because he knows Chris Weidman will beat Anderson Silva. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, okay, Weidman, Silva, whoever they are,
Spitter,
right? Exactly, but it's going to happen. That fight's going to happen. So, and GSP versus Johnny Hendricks is going to happen. So, what better thing is it for GSP to say than say, well, I want Johnny Hendricks because Weidman's going to beat Silva. What better thing to say? I mean, It just seems kind of lame to me that, the guy's always been politically correct and always saying always knows the right thing to say, and I never really cared about it or commented on it, but it's like, right now, with that comment, it's like nothing like stating the fucking obvious.
Yeah, but you also have to think that he's got a whole nation on his shoulders. You know, those people. He's like the Michael Jordan of, Canada, really.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially French Canadian. He's like their fucking president almost.
Yeah.
So he's blowing smoke up everybody's channel right now. Just like our president does to us. So we know how it is, man.
Well, he's like the Brock of UFC. You know what I mean? No.
No, but he is, like you said, politically correct. He's always saying the right shit. He's not going to call anybody. He's not going to step for the bounds. It's total PC. And when you're a fight fan, you want a little, you want a little abrasion. Not as far as to go like a Diaz shit talking, but
right.
You want a little bit more,
And I mean, me kind of, stepping back a little bit too with what I originally say, the whole PC thing. He's not that kind of guy to start a bunch of trash talk either. So I should probably, I don't know, maybe word a little differently. But at the same time, it's like it's a bit of at the same time as it's a bit of stating the obvious. It's like, what better thing to say? You know what I mean? I want Johnny Hendricks now. Well, that's already been said. You're going to get Johnny Hendricks.
That was said at the beginning of the fight, before Johnny Hendricks even fucking won. So
right. That's like that was announced a long time ago, and now you're saying you really want him. It's like, well, dude, yeah, it's already going to happen. So that's like shoving a hot dog down somebody's throat.
Sounds like he needs to get fucking the internet.
Dude, totally. Great point. Excellent point. But I don't know, man. If you guys are ready, man, I don't know. We can jump into this card, man. You know what? Let's just save the Glover thing. I was gonna ask something about Glover. Let's just wait till we get Glover on the post-fight card.
You know what I'd like to say, though, to start it off is fucking... And we're not going to touch on this fight right now, but Jam Master... I got to get used to this name, man. Statmaster J even said in his text, the JDS and Mark Hunt fight, somebody's going to get knocked the fuck out. And somebody got knocked the fuck out. Fucking bombs were being thrown. I thought it was a good fucking night, man.
It was. It was
an exciting night.
Strange. Man. Seemed like Mike Pyle. It's like, what the hell happened to Pyle? But at the same time, it's like Mike Pyle did just enough to pull out the win. I think it's a questionable win.
Yep.
I really like that he won, but it's like at the same time, what's as far as in terms of wins, what's this dude Rick Story? Where is he at? Like, in the last couple fights.
Up and down like usual. He gets some wins, then he faces someone top tier or middle tier, loses, then he does it again. It's a pattern. Some fights he looks good against the lower tier guys, and then mid level, like against Damian Mike, gets choked out. It's like he's up and down.
Sounds like he's starting a GK status here.
Yeah, GK baby, GK. Which GK status is good, but sooner or later you're going to get checked.
Yeah, it's usually when you get that status, you need to reinvent your fighting style and your approach at matches.
Yep, or you get checked, as in Congo'd. No, but that was on Congo though. Apparently, it was on Congo. He didn't renew his contract, so he wanted to. Yeah. I don't know what the guy's doing. Where he's going? Any word on where he's going? Anybody know?
Continue to work at his own the cologne line. Might have to check it out. Right? People like check Congo.
What's it called? Checked.
What is it called?
GK man? Checked. No, it's called Get Checked. No,
it's called Check It Out.
My new cologne called Check It Out.
Oh man, this is bad, man.
What's bad?
Breaking news: Casagano is injured, tore ACL out of her fight with Rousey.
Oh.
Tate gets a title shot now.
Oh,
Come
wow.
on.
Tate, man. Tate might be... Oh, she don't have to worry about her face this time. She's got to worry about her fucking arm, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Again.
So Tate is in now that Katsugano's out?
Yep, it says...
Weak, dude. Weak.
Now Tate's coaching tough and get another title shot coming off a loss to Kat. It's like...
Weak.
Should have given it to Sam McMahon. This is bull crap, man.
Yeah.
You can't get weaker than
Nothing
that.
nothing like getting a title shot after getting your face beat in.
Exactly.
Fuck.
It's like, this is like, Aldo versus Faber, dude. He got his ass kicked a few times and then got a title shot out of it. What the fuck is it? This is stupid, man.
It is.
I'd rather see Kedzie, or, Julie Kedzie get a title shot than a chick that's coming off a loss.
Yeah.
It don't make any sense.
Zagano ain't gonna be back for at least a year, though, so...
What's her injury again?
What's
ACL?
Yep.
Oh.
ACL meniscus.
Yeah.
Man.
She's
Fucking-
gone, man.
I tell you, man, it happened. It seems to happen more in the UFC than anywhere else. And these people have to work. We've talked about this in the past, the three of us.
Yeah. The overtraining aspect.
The overtraining. You haven't. Oh man, I gotta bust my ass in half now to really get prepared for this fight.
Yep.
Well, literally, you did, man. You put yourself on the injury list.
That seems almost like a fucking jiu-jitsu injury, bending your leg up under you or something.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Roy Nelson's got the best training plan there is. I'll tell you that.
What, fucking TV dinner at night and fucking
Hungry man.
Throw a couple of punches
going
and
to
head over.
Waffle House in the morning.
Throw a couple of punches, then head over to Burger King, dude. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
Hell yeah.
It's stressful, dude. It stresses me out. It's like,
She did it during the May 16th workout, and then she kept on it.
Well, that just fucking dilutes the newly established women's division.
Yeah.
To me, it does.
Pisses all over the whole division, really.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's your whole new UFC women's division. It's like a urine session all over it. That sucks. Anyway, man, we might as well try to pick it up a little bit here with some of these fights or something, man. Because this is, what a letdown, man. That sucks.
I'm just going to segue into, it's not really a segue, we're just, like you said, we're going to move on to another fight. Donald Cerrone coming in with an outclass against a guy that he totally outclassed, a guy that, like Brian was saying, is fucking bullshit going against, what was Cerrone, a number 6 top-ranked, top 10 contender, and with his first fight in the UFC, and Brian brought this up on fight night when we were over at my cousin's house chilling, just after the Red Wings game, we were watching this, and he was mentioning about why would they fucking put him in against Donald Cerrone, who needs this.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, you guys.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, who is hungry right now and is hungry to prove he wants to climb back up the ladder. He's at 6. They throw him into the fire, and he got fucking slaughtered. He got mangled, dashed, he got fucked up. And the next time I suggest KJ Noon, before I hand it off to you guys, KJ Noon, go get a fucking tan before you fight again, because every time you got hit, we knew where you got hit. Because it lit up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Yeah, what did he have on his nose again, Dan?
Oh, man, he had some fucking strawberry preserves all up in his nose. Fuck.
You said that the night of the fight. I fucking died laughing. I had to really pull myself out of laughing to get another comment in. See, yeah, KJ Noon's had strawberry preserves all over his nose. I'm like, but it's, I mean, spot on, dude. It really pissed me off because when I before the match, I didn't really think a whole lot about it, but once you start seeing the match, I'm like, wait a minute, KJ Noon's? I mean, he wasn't I mean, I would say maybe a 12 or 13 or something in a strike force. Maybe better than that, but in a strike force, come on, man. They're bringing guys in strike force in at a medium level here. Unless you're a Cormier, you know what I mean? And even Cormier, they're not bringing. They brought him in against the Frank Mir, which Frank Mir, what is a number 5 or number 6? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, KJ Noons wasn't doing as good as a Cormier. You know what I mean? I mean, that was stupid, in my opinion. Very, very stupid to bring in KJ Noons, which they could have made top dollar off. They could have made him look really good, you know. And not that they got to do that, but because it's about competition. But they could have at least had a better showing if they had brought him in with his first fight in. Don't give him a top guy. What are you doing? I mean, it's like bringing in, I don't know, man, Cole Conrad against
Brock Lesnar or something.
Or Frank Mir or something. I mean, the talent level is amazingly different. Cole Conrad's not going to do anything to Frank Mir. All Cole Conrad's going to do is try to get the takedown and get mangled. And if he gets the takedown, he'll probably get submitted.
Yep.
Because that's all that guy knows how to do is take you down and lay on you. But it worked for him.
A rug and hug.
Yeah, it's rug and hug. He's better at, well, he's not better at it, but he's more known for it than Brock was. If that's possible, but I don't know. I mean, but I don't know, man. I like you said, dude. It's just ridiculous to put Nunes there. Hopefully at least give him a few more shots at a lower level. You know that they botched his debut. They can at least give him.
Yeah, it's disrespectful too. You know, it really is.
I think so. Yeah.
But you're not going to hear it come out of his camp. He's going to say he can beat him. He's going to beat anybody he gets up against. But
right.
It's just fighter mentality.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. There's another guy. What's that?
That's it. News go from fighting Ryan Couture to KJ to fighting Donald Cerrone. It's like, what the?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on, man. It's not even the same competition level. 2 levels away. I mean, you got to look at it that way. I mean, that day. Not to mention, man, Ryan Couture looked like he was running the entire time. He looked like he was scared the entire time.
Ryan Couture, man, watching that guy fight is awkward. I feel awkward watching it. I'm like, man, I feel out of place here watching this. It's just the way he moves, you know.
Yeah. It looked lost.
I guess it's unorthodox or whatever, but fuck.
Yeah, he just looked lost to me. Like, oh shit, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? Yeah, it's just. But another guy that I kind of thought, it almost looks to me. I mean, he did great on Saturday. He did amazing, and I don't know. I don't want to take much away from the guy, but at the same time, I don't know how much stock I want to put in. You know, as far as the title shot goes, and I think they're bringing him up a little bit fast because maybe a lack of competition or seeing the same fights too many times. I'm talking about T.J. Grant. Is it me, or are they bringing T.J. Grant up really fast?
I don't know. I overlooked T.J. Grant, man. I looked at Gray Maynard with only one fucking loss. You know, what was it, 15-1-1? Or 18-1-1 or something like that? You know,
yeah.
I'm not going against Gray Maynard personally, and Gray Maynard came out fucking throwing hands, but he didn't have the fucking timing apparently because he got his fucking shit cleared out. Because I picked fucking Gray Maynard to take that one, dude, and I was fucking dead wrong.
I picked Gray too, man. I picked Gray Maynard too, even though I remember seeing T.J. Gray and he looked really good in his last fight, but I didn't see him. I wasn't sure if he was on that level yet. You know what I mean? I mean, I think maybe Gray. I don't know. I mean, I could speculate about where Gray's head's at all day long, but it's
a couple shades of gray.
Yep.
I mean, let me throw this at you, Justin. I do this every now and then.
Yep.
What does T.J. Grant got to do to get the belt? I mean, it's just, I know that's a blind side, and I do it every now and then, but
that's all right.
I mean, seriously, man, what does he got to do? I mean, his last couple of fights have been very impressive. He stuck to the game plan, looks really, really good. What does he got to do in order to slow the champ down?
Man, it's like
it's a huge
it
feat.
seems like the judges really like Ben Henderson's style, but it's like I think it's the way he did the Great Man. It's like let Henderson come forward and charge with him, the leg kicks, and then it seems like Ben Henderson chin is like it's not like he has a bad chin, but it's like he gets dropped a couple times a lot, like Edgar dropped him, which is surprising. But I think Grant, if he does that, he can drop Ben Henderson. You could possibly knock him out. I can see that happening if he does it, but the speed issue and Ben Henderson's athleticism could be the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see Henderson, like you said, athleticism. I could see him kind of outgunning him. But sometimes you get these fighters that are so flashy and so well skilled. Sometimes it takes a real simple game plan to go in there and smoke them. I mean, we've seen it happen
Henderson
before.
Likes to put his hand out a little bit too when he's in his stance, wide stance.
Who's that?
I would say just your point with the flashiness. On the other hand, what Ben Henderson when they're going toe to toe, he has kind of like a wide stance, puts his fucking hand out, and he puts his hand out and kind of like touches at the guy's gloves and does all that shit.
Might pay for it one day, but
he might.
At this point, looks to be pretty dominant. I mean, that's why I think
he just does that to set up his kicks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm sure you're right. But to me, it just he's risen a level above. Like, for an example, him versus Pettis in WEC. He's a complete level above that. I think Pettis has gone up that level, too. That's why I think if we see these two guys go again, it'll be it might be the same fight because they've both risen that much. To me, to the task, they've really, really risen, and they look amazing.
Brian, us watching him in fucking WEC back when he first started coming up, we were like, man, this guy's fucking amazing,
Yeah.
The battles between him, they had guys like him, they had guys like fucking Cerrone coming up, fucking, WEC was a Varner. They had some fucking exciting matches in WEC, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, him, Varner, Pettis.
Yeah.
Cub Swanson was okay in WEC. He was pretty damn good then, but it seems to me like Cub Swanson's on a whole nother level now.
It's crazy.
I think Cub Swanson looks fucking badass these days.
Well, that's what I was saying about, we were just talking about gatekeeper status with Rick Story. You gotta fucking reinvent yourself if you become a gatekeeper.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
Reinvent yourself and come back.
Yeah, great point, man. Great point. It's like some of these guys, maybe some of them have a hard time changing camps. Sometimes it really works out great for guys like Ben Henderson. He went over with Greg Jackson. He's still with Jackson, right? That hasn't changed.
Who, Ben Henderson?
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I bet they've been Henderson with Sports Labs, I think, in Arizona.
Who the hell am I mixing them up with?
Cerrone's with Greg Jackson.
Okay, Cerrone's with Jackson, and light heavyweight Jones is with Jackson. Maybe I'm confusing somewhere in there. I don't know, but I thought he was he with him at one point. Ben Henderson.
I think he trained there a couple times before.
Yeah.
I don't think he.
Maybe there's one fight in particular that I thought that he trained there, and I thought he was, but I don't know.
Okay, guys, I don't mean to interrupt here, but we can come back and have do the Glover fight, JDS, and Cain. If you want to take a break right now, because it's 8:30.
Yep.
Let's do that, man. Sounds good. We'll be back in a minute, people. All right, people, we're taking a quick break here, man. We will be right back. But meantime, I want to give you a little history. Dan and myself, way back in the day, we've always gotten into a lot of boxing matches, heavyweight boxing, stuff like that. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, those kind of fights. We always look forward to big guys, big heavyweight guys going at it. Thus, why my homepage, LegalLevelRadio.com, is kind of, I call it the home for heavyweights. So, 93, 94, Dan and I really started getting into UFC, man. We we saw some of the first tournaments and stuff like that way back when, and we were hooked dead to rights, man. So we started really getting into it, and started doing the show about 4 years ago. Here we are, 2013, kicking ass, still doing it. So, but we will be back shortly, man. So hang out and pull up a chair, grab a cigarette, grab whatever you're drinking, man. And here's a toast. We shall be back in just a minute. All right, we are back. Nice little break there. Was able to get a couple of things done. I want to go ahead and throw this out there to some of the listeners, man. It's a seasonal edition. I'm talking about Mike's Hard Blood Orange. Like Mike's Hard Lemonade. Mike's Hard Blood Orange, a little bit different. It's actually really damn good, man. If you like a Mike's Hard Lemonade, try the Blood Orange, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Little legal alcohol edition. But the hell's going on over there, Justin, man? What's happening?
Nothing much, man. Same old.
Same old, man. So, moving along here. Dan will be back shortly here in a second.
I'm back.
And he's back right now.
Hell yeah. I'm back for the Glover tuna.
Yeah, dude,
Tuna matchup.
That was a surprise, man. We got Justin picking Tahuna for the upset, and I was like, you know what, man? That's a damn good possibility, man, because Tahuna's been looking really good. Glover's been looking good. We should see a friggin' slobber knocker. You know what I mean? It should be badass. And that fight knocked my dick in the dirt, I'll tell you that.
And I was like, whoa.
It was like, damn, that was fast.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really even get to see, some Tahuna gifts. You know what I mean? Some Tahuna. The guy never even got a chance to go off, really, man. It kind of sucks, but that's
Big time size difference, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's the name of the game, though, man. Sometimes you come in, you've got a full arsenal, but you never get a chance to use it, man, because it could be over that quick. But,
Okay.
what were you thinking, Justin? Sorry about that, Dan. What were you thinking, Justin, when Tahuna got nailed, man?
I was like, completely different skill levels. I'm like, on the ground game skill levels and on the feet. It was actually even on the feet. Dirty boxing a little bit.
I was excited to see that, man. And then it went to the ground. I was, yeah. I really wanted to see them go, on the feet, but that's. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. Much there to see, man. Glover shut that down big time. But kick it off, Dan. What you were saying something, man?
Yeah, I was just saying it looked like a little bit of a size difference to me. From his hands to his head, Glover just looked like a bigger dude. Maybe Tuna would be better, dropping in a class.
Could be, man.
It comes down to you go up to the heavyweights, you're talking power. You go down to the light heavyweights, it's a little more dealing with speed, in my opinion. So it doesn't look like he could handle the power. He went down, got submitted. It was just turtled up, got submitted. It just looked like he was overmatched and was smothered. So
yeah, it was a nice game plan. I mean, I don't know if that was the entire game plan, but nice finish for Glover, man. Great job, really.
Yep.
But in the grand
got out
scheme,
of there in the first round, stayed fresh.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, another question I kind of had. I was going to mention this earlier, but I thought, we'll just mingle it in. It kind of looks to me, I don't know if you guys agree, or everybody out there, I don't know if you guys think, but it almost looks to me like since Glover came over and had a little bit of a following and had like a whatever you want to call it, man. They've already misreported on this, but before the fight, they said he had a 19-fight win streak, and this would have been his 20th win. But then I've seen on web pages today, they're like, oh, he's on an 18-fight win streak. And they're talking about after Saturday. Like, well, wait a minute. What was it? Was it a 19-fight win streak, or is it 20 now, or is it 18
These
now?
motherfuckers need to get on the same page.
Exactly. It's like, what the hell's going on here, man? Who's jacking up the reporting? But anyway, certainly not me, because I'm not reporting all that. But anyway, so whatever fight streak he's on, it's impressive. But we all know damn well that, at least 14 or 15 of those fights weren't noteworthy, because you got to take a look at the resume here. Who's he fought? You know what I mean? So until he really gets inside a second-tier promotion or a UFC or whatever, it's really not. It's like a Shane Carwin. You know what I mean? Shane Carwin had some really hard times his last couple fights.
Yep.
But he was undefeated. All the way up until UFC and a good stint in the UFC. So it's him at this point really doesn't say much, even though it is exciting. It doesn't really say a whole lot just yet, because the competition he's taken on is not. He's not in the top tier yet. I mean, he's not. Inside the UFC, he hasn't even reached even close to the top yet. So, and I'm sorry, people fighting Rampage Jackson was not top tier fighting.
No. A spent Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson's head has been out of the game for probably at least a couple of years now.
His mouth is still in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, his body and his head is out of it.
Yeah.
But we're running. We're up against it. So we want to do the final two.
Absolutely, man. What about that? How about that Silva? How about that Bigfoot? Oh no, I'm sorry, man. I'm jumping ahead, man. Sorry about that. Mark Hunt, man.
We're passing up the true main event, man.
Yeah, really. This was my main event for sure. I know it was Dan's.
Here.
For Dan's for sure, man. But
let me tell you one thing. You mind if I start this one off?
Yeah, kick it off, brother.
Yep.
Fucking, it did not disappoint. From the word go, they released the bombs, the missiles, the torpedoes. Shit was landing left and right. I had Hunt in this one, to tell you the truth. And I love JDS. He's probably one of my all-time favorites. But I thought if anybody can knock this guy out, it's going to be Mark Hunt. And I swear to God, Mark Hunt, that over-the-hand right missed JDS by an inch at least 6 to 8 times in that fight.
Yep.
And that's not because Hunt, sucks and couldn't hit the mark. It's because JDS is that quick. You got to give the props to JDS. He's got the fucking quickness for the big man. He's got the boxing skills. He all showed us that. And going into his fight, head-to-head collision coming up with Cain, we're going to see some badass fucking boxing, and we're going to see a JDS that's totally and utterly committed to this fight, and he's not going to look over Cain. He's not going to look past Cain like I thought he kind of did last time.
Yeah.
But as far as the fucking fight went, man, it was fucking awesome. And the coup de grace kick to the top of the dome was, even though I didn't pick him, it was the fucking cherry on the top, and it was an amazing fucking knockout. Badass fight.
Badass fight, man. And one thing I want to say about this fight that really bummed me out, Mark Hunt wasn't really coming out making excuses. But he said he broke his toe, and there's a picture on the net. If you guys jump on Legal Level Radio on Facebook, the picture's posted on there of Mark Hunt's toe broken. Got a couple stitches going on.
And real quick, Brian, if anybody has the fight and they look back to him coming out of the first round out of his corner after the bell, you'll see him limping out of his corner. But I didn't think much of it, but I did see a limp,
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even notice it, dude. I didn't even notice it. So him talking about his broken toe, he said his movement was, stunted a little bit. You know what I mean? I thought, son of a bitch, man. If the guy is in there and can't move, that's like a Bigfoot Silva Travis Brown fight. You can't if your leg or toe or whatever's jammed. Well, your leg being probably a little bit more, but the guy blew out his knee. You know what I mean? He's not going to be able to. He's going to be immobile pretty much. Mm-hmm. But you remember that fight, man? His knee was all jacked up. We saw him blow his knee out, and then sure enough, Bigfoot Silva came in, capitalized on that, knocked him the fuck out. So that's kind of like the same thing here. It's like, he wasn't making excuses. I'm not making excuses for the guy, but he did mention it, and he said, you know what? In other words, in his words, not mine, but he said, you know what, Junior is an amazing fighter, and he did what he did, and he won the fight. Mm-hmm. He said, I can't take nothing away from the guy, but he did mention the broken toe. So I mean, to me, it's like, you know what, we kind of thought, well, man, is this it for Mark Hunt? Because that looks like a pretty nasty knockout, but at the same time. Yep. We've probably seen him in worse fights in Pride.
But the broken toe was a blessing in disguise, kind of, for us fans, because he knows he could have done better. And like you were talking about, this might send a collision course right with him in fucking Big Country,
Yeah.
Country Nelson. This could be the fucking collision course that everybody wants to see.
Yep. And I'm not the only one either, man. There are people, just random people that I know nothing about. And they're like, you know what? I think the next fight should be Roy Nelson and somebody, which I thought was friggin' hilarious, but somebody somewhere actually really wanted to post it on Illegal Elbow homepage, but one guy said, I want to see Mark Hunt versus Roy Nelson for the KFC championship. And dude, I'm like, that's fucking hilarious, man.
It is.
That is top-notch comedy, man.
I gotta make a poster on that, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Because I think it's a kick-ass fight. I mean, that will be bombs flying from start to finish, and if it takes place anywhere near the ground, I'll be shocked.
And two hella chins, too, man.
Yeah, two amazing chins, and to me, it's so hard to call. But it's because it's like, who's going to knock out Roy Nelson at this point?
Mm-hmm. We got 1 minute left, bro, or probably 2 minutes left because we started late. But if Justin wants to get a word in on this one,
get it in there, dude.
I know it.
Sorry about that, man.
No, sorry. JDS just got better from his last fight against Cain. That fight delivered, and props to JDS sticking in there and throwing bombs with him. JDS didn't care at all. He's like, strategy. He's like, just threw it right out the window.
Hell yeah.
Pretty damn slick, man.
But I tell you one thing, we don't need to really touch that much on the main event because we all knew that Bigfoot was going to get fucking Bangladeshed in this one, and he got his bowling ball fucking punched in, and, take it away if you guys want to touch on it real quick.
Yeah, I don't really, I 100% agree, man. There wasn't really much to, throw around as far as, great discussion on the fight, because I thought it was going to be a mirror match. Same thing happened as the first time, and he basically proved that, man. But kick it off just before we duck out.
Yeah, but just, the last fight, they fought last year, Antonio Silva got taken down, beat up. This fight, still the defending takedown, it still got beat up.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't an early stoppage because there was a good 8 hits on the side of his bowling ball head.
And no illegal shots, like Antonio Silva's claiming that the fight be a rematch again.
No.
Yeah, I think we're down to about 35 seconds. I think in light of what's going on with Bigfoot, I think Bigfoot's going to round out his career, and I'm not knocking the guy. I think he's going to round out his career, 11 or 12. Because I think he is dangerous, but I think he's dangerous when somebody's a little off. When a top tenner is off of their game, he's real dangerous.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, top 10 status, I just don't know if I see him being inside there. But Yeah, we're shit down to nothing, man. I apologize.
Later,
guys.
people. It's been
Later.
real.
Take it easy, people. We're out of here, man. We'll see you next Tuesday.